All right, welcome to today's episode of Today's Tech in 2 minutes or less. Controversy in the JavaScript world, and I guess in Silicon Valley at large, but I guess there's always controversy in Silicon Valley at large. Big happenings going down at NPM HQ. What's going on, Cody?
Yeah, so NPM, which is this company that hosts packages of software written in JavaScript that are widely used, really widely used, including by companies like our own, laid off, and again, using the world of hyperbole, laid off 50% of their workforce, which sounds crazy, but they only had about 10 employees. So they lost about 5 people, and people are up in arms about the way they went about firing these people, as if there's any good way to actually fire someone.
So what's the big deal? What went wrong?
So, like most things in Silicon Valley, and actually this is a Boston-based company, I think, so it's not actually in Silicon Valley, but it touches on it. They're basically they say there's cultural problems, and people are outraged because how it happened, which I guess was they called a meeting and they're like, "Guess what? You're fired." Which again, this is all hearsay, and I don't have a problem with a lot of the stuff they're talking about. But if they really did hijack people and fired people in front of other people, like you're fired, you're fired, you're fired, that's not good. But
unless you're Donald Trump and it's The Apprentice.
Then it's The Apprentice. Then apparently they asked the employees if they'd be willing to sign a non-disparagement agreement in it for additional severance, which I think was an additional 2 weeks or 8 weeks of severance, something like that, which basically says, hey, we'll give you a little bit more money if you agree to not talk crap about our company in the future. Which
is that legit? Is that legit? It's a little coercive, but it's legit,
totally
right?
Totally legit. It happens industry wide, because here's the thing: like it's on the surface, it looks funny, but stuff happens in companies between employees that really have nothing to do with the employer, or things that say back in 2010 would have been okay in a company and now no longer are okay. They happen. And it's just like, hey, we don't want this bad publicity to get out there. We don't want you talking about these 2 employees who got in a fist fight over the coffee machine kind of thing. We don't want you talking about that. So we're going to give you a little bit more money if you don't. The employee doesn't have to take that money. They can be like, no, you know what? I'm going to go talk crap about you guys because you're a horrible company. Perfectly legit. That's called capitalism. I don't have a problem with that at all.
So is it controversy or non-controversy? Let us know in the comments below. That's going to do it for this episode. We'll see you guys.